NBA Fantasy, Week 13 Waiver Wire Ads. RotoWire highlights the top waiver wire targets for Week 13 of fantasy action. What's up, fantasy basketball fans? Welcome back to the channel. We're heading into Week 13 of the NBA season, and if you're like me, your fantasy lineup might be taking a few hits with injuries piling up. But don't worry, I've got you covered with some key waiver wire ads that could help you stay competitive. Let's dive right in and take a look at some players who are still available in the majority of Yahoo leagues that you should consider adding to your roster this week. 1. Ausar Thompson, Detroit Pistons, 52% available. First up, we've got Ausar Thompson from the Detroit Pistons. Now, Thompson had a solid rookie campaign, averaging 8.8 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 1.9 assists per game, but he's been dealing with a smaller role this season due to the Pistons bringing in some veteran guards. However, with Jaden Ivey sidelined due to a lower leg injury, Thompson's minutes have increased. Over the last 6 games, Thompson has seen about 21 minutes per game, and in that time he's averaged 8 points, 5.8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2.2 steals. His scoring is still modest, but if you're looking for a boost in steals, Thompson is a great pickup. Keep in mind, Ivey could be out for the rest of the season, so Thompson's role might continue to grow. 2. Malik Beasley, Detroit Pistons, 61% available. Next up, another Pistons player, Malik Beasley. If you're in need of points and three-pointers, Beasley is your guy. He's had a bit of a journey around the league, but he's found a solid role in Detroit, and he's been knocking down threes at an impressive rate this season, averaging 3.7 threes per game while shooting nearly 40% from deep. On top of his scoring, Beasley has been averaging 16.1 points per game, but the downside is his contributions in other areas are a bit limited, with just 3 rebounds and 1.9 assists. Still, if your team needs some perimeter shooting and points, Beasley is definitely worth considering. 3. Jamie Jaquez Jr., Miami Heat, 66% available. Moving on, let's talk about Jamie Jaquez Jr. from the Miami Heat. With Jimmy Butler recently suspended for 7 games and rumored to be on his way out of Miami, Jaquez has had a chance to step up. Over the last 7 games he's been playing a lot more, averaging 33 minutes per game, which is a big jump from his usual 24 minutes. During this stretch, Jaquez has been putting up 14.1 points, 5.4 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 1.7 steals and 1.1 threes, while shooting 50.7% from the field. With Butler's future in Miami uncertain, Jaquez could continue to see significant minutes, so if you've got an open spot on your roster, he's definitely worth the pickup. 4. Nick Richards, Phoenix Suns, 66% available. Next, let's talk about Nick Richards of the Phoenix Suns. The Suns have been struggling at the center position, with Jusuf Nurkic not living up to expectations and being moved to the bench. Enter Richards, who the Suns recently acquired from the Hornets. Richards started 51 games for Charlotte last season, and he's been putting up solid numbers when given the opportunity. Over his 9 starts this season, Richards has averaged 11.3 points, 10.2 rebounds, and 1.7 blocks per game. If he manages to supplant Mason Plumlee in the starting lineup, which seems likely, Richards could be a major source of rebounds and blocks for your fantasy team. 5. Andrew Nembhard, Indiana Pacers, 70% available. Moving on to Andrew Nembhard from the Indiana Pacers. Nembhard has been flying under the radar, but he started all 27 games he's played this season and has been a consistent contributor. Averaging 10.7 points, 3.4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1.1 steals, Nembhard has been a reliable option in the Pacers' backcourt. Although his shooting percentage is down a bit this season compared to last, he's still shooting 46% from the field, and his role is secure. If you're looking for a solid contributor in assists, Nembhard could be a great addition to your team. 6. Isaiah Collier, Utah Jazz, 92% available. Last but not least, we've got Isaiah Collier from the Utah Jazz. The Jazz are in a bit of a transition phase, dealing with injuries and possibly preparing for trades, so Collier is getting more minutes. Over the last 7 games he's played around 29 minutes per game, and his stats reflect that with 8.4 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 7.9 assists. His shooting has been inconsistent, but he's been more efficient over the last week, and with Utah potentially looking to trade away some veterans, Collier's role could continue to grow. If you're in need of assists, he's definitely someone to target off the waiver wire. And there you have it, folks. Those are some of the best waiver wire targets for Week 13 of your NBA fantasy season. Whether you're looking for steals, points, three-pointers, or rebounds, these players could be just what you need to round out your roster. Let me know in the comments which players you're thinking of adding to your team, and if you have any other fantasy questions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our fantasy basketball content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.